Hello chaps and chapettes. So, it's been over 2 weeks since I last posted a video. What's been going on, I hear you ask? Well, I have just completed a 2-week stage combat intensive, which was bloody awesome actually. Only it was so knackering that pretty much every day for the past 2 weeks I've been coming home and just face planting into that sofa over there. So that's probably why you haven't seen very much of me on YouTube. But you don't want to hear about that. You want to hear about broadswords, rapiers, cloaks, and quarterstaffs, and how I was able to speak the line, "Hello, I'm the Doctor," on stage. For this you may need a bit of background. As it's my second year, I'm doing a level 2 stage combat exam, which basically means that I have to learn and perform 3 fights. One with quarterstaff, one with rapier and cloak, and one with a broadsword. Now, the way they usually do it is that we have a 2-week stage combat intensive, which culminates in a showcase called Fight Night, in which we show all of the fights that we've been working on, and the day after that we have the exam. The thought being that, you know, if we can perform it to a public audience, then the exam's going to be a piece of piss the next day. Well, I won't bore you with how grueling, exhausting, and kind of awesome the training was, and I'll skip straight to the story of the exam. So for the exam, the first fight I had to perform was rapier and cloak. Now, for a lot of people this had been their problem fight. I felt fairly confident going into the exam, but when I got in there I thought the performance was fairly shocking. I was fairly certain I'd tagged my partner, got a blade through the eye line, and we'd also forgot a piece of the choreography and had to cover for it. Pretty much all of that instant fail. But, you know, we went in there, we did it, we finished, and we came out, and we moved on. The next fight I had to do was the broadsword. Now, I cannot stress enough how perversely satisfying swinging a broadsword about is. Couple that with the fact that the scene that we were doing for the broadsword exam was a scene from Doctor Who. I'll leave you to guess at which one. But that went down very well at Fight Night, and we were fairly certain that, you know, we'd got the Audience Appreciation Award in the bag, if nothing else. And so we went into the exam, and it went down very well. The examiner asked me to do my last line to him, rather than as I'd been directed to do it to my opponent. And then afterwards the examiner said, "Yeah, I know the guy who choreographed the original of that. Well done." Sort of name dropping. But the surprising thing was, this examiner knew exactly which episode it was from, what the context of it was, and everything. So that was a bit unexpected, but kind of cool. And finally, the last fight I had to do was the quarterstaff. Now, this had been my problem fight. Most of the other people really liked this, but I had trouble with it because a lot of the time with the quarterstaff you're using 2 hands and they're crossed and they're on the opposite side of your body, so my left and right completely goes haywire then. And also there's things about being in long form or short form, which I'll, you know, explain later. But I think that went fairly well, and yeah, at the end of it I did hear the examiner go, "Nice," which was encouraging. So, onwards to the results. Well, I found out that the way they grade us is that we get an individual mark from pass, bronze, silver or gold for all of our individual fights, and then that contributes to an overall grade of pass, bronze, silver or gold. And to my great surprise, rapier and cloak came out as gold. I have no idea how I managed to pull that off, but we both apparently impressed him very much. Broadsword then followed, and it was gold again, and I thought, well, that was definitely my strongest fight and the most enjoyable one. But again, I'd gone into this thinking, I got bronze last year for level 1. If I can get silver this year, it'll be a decent enough improvement. You know, that'll be fine. But to get 2 golds, and then quarterstaff again, he'd given me gold. So all of my fights had got the highest mark they could get, and my overall score was the highest I could get, which is amazing. I was entirely blown away by that. I was not expecting it at all, and you know, I was waiting for people to, you know, just go April Fools at any moment. I was the only person in the whole of the company that got gold across the board, which, yeah, like I say, it's kind of staggering. Although, a good piece of advice I got from one of the fight instructors was, now, don't, whatever the fuck you do, come into next year complacent. And I don't intend to. So, after everybody's results were read out, we were all given one of these. They were all kind of gold, regardless of what you actually got. I got one of these last year, it's very nice. I will put that somewhere. We were all given one of these blue marbles. These are supposed to represent eyes, because eye contact is fiendishly important in stage combat, as the instructors kept reminding me on many occasions. And I was also given this. They said this was the award for Best Time Lord, which was very nice of them. Also, some of the people at Signet said they would get me business cards made up that had all of my contact details on with just Time Lord on it. And I was able to say to them, you know, such is the depths of my geekiness that if you did that for me, I wouldn't be the only person I know who has one of those. Also, we had the results from the Audience Appreciation Award. Now, this is something that happens every year at Fight Night, that you have all of these fights and people vote for the ones that they think are the best. Now, generally, the level 3 unarmed fights win the award, because they are the longest, the most complex and intricate, and also some of the most brutal ones as well. They're the sort of ones where, you know, most of the audience are going, oh fuck, that looks like it's painful. And last year, though, I did come second in Audience Appreciation Award, which was nice. And this year, by 2 votes, I came second again with the scene from Doctor Who, which I'm happy with. I wouldn't want to have stolen the glory from one of the third years, because they've worked just as hard, in fact probably more so, in order to get their fights to the level of excellence that's expected of them. And yeah, they do deserve that recognition, so I'm happy with that result. And genuinely, it's been a great positive experience. Now, I know a lot of you will have been sitting through all of my ramblings up until this point going, Sam, where's the footage? The footage, Sam. You know, we need some sort of satiation here. And I would honestly love to share it with you, although the people that run the Stage Combat Fortnight don't generally like any of their stuff to go up onto YouTube or be shared publicly, for a variety of different reasons, but I do respect their wishes, and so I won't be sharing any of it publicly. Doesn't mean to say that I wouldn't, for example, maybe possibly upload some of those fights unlisted, but I neither confirm or deny that I've done that. So, until next time, chaps and chapettes, take care.